It's honestly so crazy how Alexandre Pantoja is one of, if not the most successful UFC champions in the sport right now. But yet, no one seems to talk about him, and some newer or casual fans might not even know who he is. When it comes to each of the current UFC champions on the roster right now, Pantoja might be the only champion that deserves to actually move up and challenge for a second belt due to him clearing out his entire division before even becoming champion. And if the main event last week at UFC 310 had anything to show, it was that the flyweight division is by far the weakest and less cared about by fans in the UFC, to the point where the UFC had to grab Kaya Sakura out of Ryzen to have a fresh and new opponent for Pantoja to fight. And for any of you that don't know how dry the flyweight division is right now, let's just quickly go through Pantoja's last few wins in the UFC. He's beaten Brandon Moreno twice, Brandon Royval twice, Steve Erceg, Manuel Cape, Kaya Sakura, and with Davidson Figueiredo being the last person to beat him, now in bantamweight, it really only leaves trilogies against Royval and Moreno and rematches with Erceg and Cape, with Kai Kara-France being the only fresh face for Pantoja to fight. It was even surprising that the UFC didn't give Pantoja any custom shorts for his fight against Asakura, while almost every other champion got their own custom shorts for their fights throughout the year. It is unfortunate though, because as a champion that's done what Pantoja's done in the flyweight division, he should be up there with Pereira and Ilya as the UFC's most marketable champions, because outside of Demetrius Johnson, Pantoja is the GOAT at flyweight. And while a lot of that problem stems from the UFC and fans not really caring that much about the flyweight division and there not being any new faces, part of that superstar problem is the fact that Pantoja doesn't really put himself out there like most of the other champions do. Like with Pereira, he's always out there doing side quests. Bilal, Merab, and DDP are always talking shit to other fighters in their division on Twitter. And John Jones is out doing John Jones things. But Pantoja just seems to come out whenever he has a fight and then disappears after he defends his belt. But who knows, maybe he's just a chill guy that doesn't like too much of the spotlight on him. It's just insane how the flyweight division is basically just left out to dry. And there's not much for Pantoja to do other than have rematches with everyone he's already beat. But let me know what you guys think about the flyweight division. And what do you think is next for Pantoja? And please make sure to like and sub up, and thank you for watching.